watching you.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
Good evening. I'm Coulter Wonkite. I'm already into the 420, damn it.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
You didn't sing, Marcel. Marcel didn't sing.
I had to mute my mic.
Why? Were you coughing?
Because I got a phone call.
Oh.
that I didn't get to in time.
Oh.
But now I got to find out if it's important.
Yeah, sit down if you want. Anyways, I'm here with Kim Cooper and her husband Steve and her clan from up north. I'll let her introduce everybody in a minute. I'll move the mic for her. And Dale's here, a regular. And who else is here? Staff. The staff. The princess is back there waving with her face full. What are you eating, Paula? She's having a hero. So we're here at Ganjahnista with Kim and other people, and we're smoking Karma Cup samples still. Did you do that at all this year, buddy? Marcel?
What was that?
Did you do any judging this summer?
For the John Cook Memorial Cup, I did lots.
Yeah, I didn't. All I had was yours of that, right? Yeah, I think that's all I had was yours of that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. There we go.
No, I judged. We got a sativa and an edibles, but I don't eat other people's edibles, so I smoked all the sativas.
Yeah, but you won yours won the edible thing, right?
Pardon?
You won the first prize for tiny chocolate salty balls.
My salty chocolate balls.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Salty chocolate balls.
Salty chocolate balls at 500 milligrams apiece knock you on your ass.
They were yummy. I had one. Kind of fucked me up, actually.
Well, I don't know about salty chocolate balls. I didn't participate in that one, but as far as the Karma Cup goes, there were definitely some chocolatey treats in this year's entry.
There was some good truffles.
There was some really good truffles this year.
Yeah.
Several truffle entries.
Four or five, actually.
Yeah.
And there was some. I still have a little bit of in my fridge. There was a strawberry sauce.
Yes.
On Wednesday, we took some and drizzled it all over some muffins.
Yeah, we did
yummy.
ice cream with ours. We did a couple of scoops of vanilla
That's
ice cream.
why I have it in my fridge still.
And, we did the ice cream thing with it. Oh, yeah, marvelous stuff for sure.
So Kim is here. Kim Cooper from Pace Radio is here, and she's here with a whole smattering of people that she brought from up north. And also Marcel's here. And there's noisy people in behind me. Hey, Paula.
Yes, sir.
Shh. Trying to do a radio show.
I don't understand.
Shut the fuck up, Paula.
Kim's used to telling me that.
Kim's here. I got to do it to Al when he forgets to mute his mic. Hey, Al, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I am. Thank you very much for the seat. Make sure you polish it later.
But yeah, it's been an interesting weekend so far. We're down from Northern Ontario, of course. Timmins, Ontario is where most of us reside. But we also have a couple that are joining us that are from Southern Ontario, but out in the East End, out Belleville Way from the Picton area. So I'll name some people off. We have from the Picton area, we have my best friend online is Sue, and her daughter that's with her. We'll call her C. And then from up north, the furthest one away is from Smooth Rock Falls, just south of Kapuskasing. We have JJ. And then after that, we have Fred, who is from Matheson. And then after that, we have Kayla and Luke, who are from Sudbury, currently residing in Timmins. And then, of course, myself and my husband from Timmins.
He just left because as soon as you turn a mic on, he runs away.
Yeah, he was out the door. I told him it was open mic tonight and I might nail him to come on the air with me. And he said, oh, yeah? You think so, eh? And this is his answer.
Walking by with a smoke in his, that's his answer. Hi, Steve. We can see you out there.
As he tells me, this is my thing, not his.
So, Karma Cup is tomorrow. We're all going, yes?
Yes, we're
Tomorrow,
all
Saturday?
Yes, we're all
Yeah.
we will all be
Or
there.
Saturday and Sunday. And right now, there's the Grow Op
Yes.
that's going on in Hamilton. You didn't go to that?
No.
No, I think that's where Mary Jane is right now. That's why she's not here.
Yeah.
But we'll hear from her tomorrow. Al Graham's coming in with his wife tomorrow.
Yep.
And MJ will be here. And when are you guys going, Paula?
I'm going tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
The rest of the staff are going to go Sunday.
Cool.
Right on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
It we
Tomorrow's when the parties are, right? Saturday night parties.
is it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All those secret judges parties.
I don't know. I haven't been invited to
You
any.
haven't been invited yet?
No.
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 Well, I won't say
No.
anything.
No, don't say. Although I do know where it is. Are we allowed to say where it is now?
I wouldn't.
You're not allowed not until
I wouldn't.
4:20 tomorrow.
Today, it's 4:20 Friday. It starts
That's today.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. That'd
Well,
be
the
kind of
news has been
redundant.
released. If you've got tickets, then
Then
you
you
already
know
know.
where
So
to
word
go.
is
Yeah.
probably out there by
Okay.
now. We're gonna say it. then.
Well, hold on. We'll do it.
We're gonna say general area, maybe.
How about we'll do this? If you go to the Karma Cup website, they have a text number.
Yeah.
And just text that number and it'll tell you the address. It
Yeah.
is in the downtown core. It is a parking lot.
And it is a new location.
But it is, that's what I was going to say. It is a new location. So it's
Yeah.
not on Church Street at that where it was last year.
That's right.
Right? So I am so stoked.
Same general area,
I think so.
little further south,
Is it?
maybe.
I'm gonna look
Yeah, it is. It's definitely further south, for sure, because it was up by the restaurant by where former Cannabis Culture was before, and then that's up by Wellesley, and it's no longer up there.
Not saying on the judge's site.
Yeah, see, we're logged in as judges, so it's already been released. We got our email.
Yeah. Did you get an email?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look and see if I got an email or not.
Yeah, it's in your email, and it just tells you the location. So if you bought a ticket online through Uverse, then you got an email. That's pretty much it for sure. If you were planning on going there and buying your ticket at the gate, then you pretty much have to know where it is. And since that was released at 4:20 today, I don't see an issue with announcing location.
If you know the location, go ahead and say it. It was announced at 4:20. So.
All right, well, it's on Adelaide Street just past Simcoe.
Okay. What's 17, I think?
Yeah. So if you go down on Adelaide and you go around the Simcoe area and you look for a boarded up, parted off, gated
go.
off parking lot,
Here we are. I
you
got
will
it.
find it because that's where it is.
217 Adelaide Street West,
Yeah.
Toronto.
Adelaide and Simcoe. Where is it? Adelaide and Simcoe, 217 Adelaide.
217 Adelaide at Simcoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge lot.
Yeah, there's a giant
That's-
parking lot
yeah,
there.
that's a giant
right?
parking lot
and
that's
it's
fenced in. I know
way
exactly where it is.
bigger than the previous location.
Well, that's gonna be cool.
So it's going to be very cool.
And that's
yeah.
from 12 to 6. It's 19 plus vendors, music, speakers, live art show, and I believe they have some blowers there.
Yeah.
Glass blowers, that is.
Yeah, glass blowers
Yeah,
are going to be.
the other blowers are up on Church Street, a
Yeah.
little bit higher.
Yeah.
Come on, that was funny.
I forgot what show I was on for a second. Hang on, let me get this. Hang on.
Did you guys? We didn't have black glass blowers at the Harvest Fest, did we, Marcel?
Yeah, there was a couple glass blowers there.
Was there?
Yeah. It was just really windy for them.
I must admit, I didn't wander over that way because I was kind of glued to my seat.
Yep.
It was kind of a good spot to be glued to the seat because it was so friggin' hot.
Yeah, but next year, please move us away from that bathroom device.
Are you going to come back for next year?
Possibly. Depends
Then
on
I can't
how
see
you
why
choose.
we wouldn't.
Anything going on over there news-wise this week, buddy, with, this stuff that we're smoking?
Well, we've had some more raids.
Oh, Jesus, really? I've been on vacation. I haven't heard of any news
Who
in
got
the
hit
last
this
3
time?
days.
Mr. McCormick,
No, really?
Darren McCormick?
supposedly.
When was that? I heard
Really?
that Kevin, yeah.
Yep.
Same thing.
I just saw it on Facebook.
Send that to me, would you?
Yeah, it's more in comments than anything, but
Okay. I mean, it sucks all the way around. It doesn't matter who it is. It sucks all the way around. I mean, is it legal or is it not?
yeah. And we've had helicopters galore.
Have they been buzzing your place?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, see, they take off from just up here, eh?
Oh, okay.
It's not
Like it's-
legalization. It's heavy regulation.
Monopolization.
Monopolization and heavy regulation.
Here, I
It's
got a
not
better one.
legalization.
It's weedopoly.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here all week. I'm kidding, of course. So, Steve, come here. Come over here. Every time we turn a mic on, you run away. Okay?
Yeah, I'm not the one that does the on-air shit.
Well, I just wanted to say hello and hi. How are you? Long time.
Hi,
Haven't seen you since last year.
Hey, how are you? Oh, you weren't at the Indigenous Cup, were you?
I didn't go to that. I went to the other thing.
That's right. So I haven't seen you since Karma Cup last year. Yeah, awesome. We're gonna try some good indica.
I got this. I'm smoking what we're going to use to make some stuff. They can't hear me when I do that.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm trying what we're going to use. Paula and I are going to make some a tincture and some oil later, and sunflower oil, and we're trying the strain.
You mean what? The butter machine?
Yes, I love my butter machine.
Yeah, Kim too. She loves her butter.
We're going to start doing demos where we'll just have people come in and yeah, we're going to do demos on butter, oils, coconut oil, suppositories, whatever you need, right? Basics. Because I'm finding that people are concentrating on the high-end shit. You can get high-end shatter, high-end this, high-end that. But what about the people that just need a simple butter?
That's it. That's right.
You know?
Kim does that too. She makes the dog cookies.
Yeah.
Treats.
Yeah.
I mean, she makes her own suppositories and edibles. She always has a big jug of that coconut stuff sitting around. So
It's where it's at. I mean, the gourmet stuff is great, but the basics are what needed. I mean, I'm a patient that could use a cap every day, and if I could make that myself without any bullshit,
That's it.
Why shouldn't I be able to teach somebody how to do that?
Absolutely.
Right?
the medicine's in full plant anyways, right? This is just a button that's on here, right? So
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, so many patients want to use it.
Okay,
All right.
bye-bye now.
Thanks, dear.
Finds a way to run away.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
It's dab time, right? But yeah, I mean, so many people want to use the medibles now, and it's great that they are available in the dispensaries and online pre-made. but they're not economical that way. It's not viable that a patient on a budget can't afford to buy them that way. So teaching them how to make it, hey, that's awesome. Just teach them how to make it, and it'll be so much easier.
Do you get a market out your way, Marcel, for just the basics?
Pardon me?
You have a market for the basics? Like, do patients come to you and just say, like, I just need butter, or I just need coconut oil. I don't need, like, sunflower seed oil with tincture and other stuff in it, Like
no, normally what happens is they come to me for specific products, such as
I was looking at
suppositories for MS and suppositories for cancer, just depending on what the condition is.
What I'm getting at is going through the Karma Cup stuff. I'm looking at all the ingredients that are in these things. And they all have a place, obviously, right?
They all have what?
They all have a place. All the ingredients, all the different, the foo-foo oils and stuff like that, right?
The reasons for having them in are always medicinal. There's different reasons for the different oils, right?
Yeah, so they all have their place.
That's right.
But when you're dealing with just cannabis, it would be nice to be able to just make some butter that you could then do whatever you wanted to.
Yeah, nobody does just plain coconut oil, plain butter. It's all with added, as you say, ingredients. Whether they're holistic or not and good for you or not doesn't matter. How come you can't get plain anymore?
Just like a plain cheeseburger.
Yeah.
If somebody came to me and wanted butter, that's what I would give them, is exactly butter.
Yeah, but you're made to order, right? We're talking on the whole, like what's available in the marketplace to just go and buy.
Well, no, because I also supply dispensaries.
So he sees and hears both angles.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've made my products to be medicinal products, not recreational products. So everything in them is basically as medicinal as I can get them to be.
Right.
And still be tasty.
But basic.
But basic.
I'm
Everything's
sorry, your
basic.
salty balls
I mean,
are not
my
basic.
ice cream takes 4 ingredients for ice cream.
Yes, your ice cream is really good, too.
Yeah.
I had some of that. That's the
I
first
haven't
thing.
had the pleasure, so I
It's the
wouldn't
first thing
know.
he gave us when we got there was to unpack, and then we had ice cream.
Yeah, I've yet to visit the East Coast. I've gone west, but we haven't gone east yet. That'll hopefully be on our agenda for next year.
You guys are planning for next year already, Marcel?
Oh, of course.
Please
Yeah,
make
that's
sure you
plans.
put Royal Kush on the band list again.
Oh, definitely. We want them back for sure.
Aren't they good? They were so good, dude. I want to sit there and listen to them all night.
Yeah.
No,
Sitting here
it was actually a really good time. It's just that one of these times I'd like to just go as a participant and relax and take everything in.
Yeah, man, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what I did.
Pardon?
We sat in the booth and talked to people.
You sat in a booth.
Yeah.
I didn't
Talk
get
to
to sit
people.
much.
And
he was a little bit busier than you, I think, is his point.
he's always busier than I am.
Yeah, I must have walked
The busy
that whole
guy
place.
there that weekend was Chris Backer.
Yep.
That was the busy guy there.
Yeah.
He never stops, and then he goes all night, and then he's up at 5 o'clock in the morning picking up garbage.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it was a huge event from everything I've read and all the pictures and the data that I've seen about it and everything. And I know what I experienced in Tyendinaga. And if it was anything at all similar to that, then there was a lot of really busy people to pull it off. It takes a hell of a lot more than one, that's for sure, right?
Yeah.
So we're making plans next year so Chris won't be as busy.
There you
Good.
go.
Or Deb.
Because, well, Chris doesn't have a booth, right? So he doesn't get that chance to go back to your booth and settle down and deal and talk to some customers or whatever. He doesn't get that opportunity. So what we're doing is we're going to come up with a different way of doing it so that he gets a break.
Yeah, downtime for Chris, too. For sure, that's important for everybody.
Is it me? I'm changing the subject here. Is it me, or the last few weeks, everybody's just kind of waiting. You feeling that out there, Marcel? Everybody's just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen next month.
There's a lot of questions.
Ideally, yeah, because there's so many people that have questions more than anything.
Well, There's no answers yet. They have not even released the actual regulations yet, have they?
Not for
No.
Ontario.
So, well, no, that's what
Not for anywhere.
for federal. They haven't they?
Yeah, federal regs
Well,
are pretty much out the way that
no,
they said they were
they've-
when it passed royal assent, right? And now it's up to
They've
the province.
released some of the regulations on the federal side, but don't forget, we're still waiting for the regulations for micro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's
Because-
elements of it that haven't come out yet for sure that still have to be addressed. But on the whole, for general consumers, your stuff is already out there.
And-
there's bits and parts that still have yet to trickle down.
Let's also remind everybody that this is all about recreational.
Yeah, that's
If
right.
you are
It's
a
not about
medical
med.
cannabis user,
Yeah.
patient, whatever you call yourself, or you're going to becoming one, okay, or you're just
still
going to grow
fucked.
those 4 plants. What's that?
You're still fucked if you're a patient.
Yeah,
Well,
in the long run. But the
in the
point
long
is,
run, we're
you're
all
supposed to be exempt.
Exactly.
I think that's where Al was going to go, is that if you're a medical patient, keyword there, quote unquote, supposed to be exempt, right?
Right.
Now, how that plays out, we all know what that's like. I mean, we've still got people that were pulled over as little as 10 months ago and got literally charged and put in cuffs because a police officer did not recognize their MMAR paperwork.
They are...
So, I mean, because if they don't know that patients are exempt, patients will be charged.
They're
guaranteed.
giving fines here in Hamilton on King Street here.
Yeah.
For, I think it was $65 or $85
For
or something.
consuming?
For consuming on the street.
But if
in
you're a
public.
patient, you're exempt
They're
from
still
that.
doing it.
And if they give you a fine, you've got to take
fight
it
it.
to court.
You have to fight
Even if it means, time off work, pain in the ass, go to the courthouse, I don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. You have to do it because we cannot allow them to get away with this bullshit. And we have to cry out in the courts and say, hey, this isn't fair. Why, as a patient, must I continually have to prove myself to police officers that are ignorant of the law and haul myself back here in the court? There's got to be a different way of doing things, and it's going to take the courts to
They
make
have
that
to
happen.
have something to do to make a paycheck. Come on.
That's it. Well, we're
We-
replacing a lot of.
We
a
taught the
lot of
police in our
income, right?
province, so we don't have that issue.
Yeah. See, but the way
We don't
they're
have
doing
that
it
problem
in
here.
But you know
They
what?
know the
From
papers.
what I'm understanding, you guys have gone into a really bad way.
Yeah.
When it comes with cannabis out there. I mean, you guys have got some of the worst regulations.
Yeah, some of
to
the
deal
stuff
with,
I'm
right?
hearing out there, they're saying no smoking anywhere in public. They applied it across the board, and then they came out with an exemption for tobacco. So in essence, all they did was make a fucking cannabis law.
Yeah. But it doesn't apply to
I mean, how
patients.
stupid is that? Okay, we're making an across-the-board a law, no smoking of anything anywhere. So all the tobacco smokers were up in arms, just like I said they would be. And they all petitioned their MPs and said, what the hell, are you crazy or something? So they went back and they said, okay, well, we're revising this then. No smoking tobacco, no smoking anything anywhere, but we'll make it tobacco exempt. What the fuck? Are you kidding? Really? Really?
No, it's not going to stop.
Hey.
Unfortunately, it is
We're the
what it
province
is, though.
that our liquor stores are going to be the ones selling the cannabis with liquor.
With liquor. So
And you can have a cigarette in the lineup while you're waiting for it. But don't smoke a joint.
that whole cautionary conversation that Justin Trudeau had at the starting of this about protecting the kids in Canada from alcohol and cannabis being seen and used together. Hi there, Nova Scotia people.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi. That's okay. And our liquor commission come out publicly and said that they will never be selling medical cannabis products. They're only going to be selling recreational.
And every time I tweet something about Nova Scotia, they have been commenting on it on our Twitter feed, Marcel, and I actually invited them to come on the show, and I'm waiting to hear if they accept.
Who, the liquor commission?
Your liquor commission.
Yeah, get them on the show.
They've been
I'd love
following.
that.
They've been following us on the show. They're on the Twitter for a little while now, and been retweeting what I tweet in the mornings when I find news articles about Nova Scotia. they retweet it, and they've been making their own comments and trying to clear the air about what's actually going to happen as opposed to what people are hearing and saying on Twitter. And they've been very vocal over it. If you look at our 420 radio show Twitter
well, then
feed,
ask them this question:
why
are they moving
you have
the
access?
liquor
You have
store?
access. You have access to the 420 radio show feed. Why don't you just tweet it and ask them?
Yeah, maybe I should go and ask them why how well they think their business is going to do when they're moving the liquor store that's supposed to get the cannabis outlet directly across to a new location.
Well, I'm hoping that they're going to
Directly across
accept
from
our
the
invite
RCMP.
and come, and we can have that conversation. Although, wouldn't that be interesting if they would actually accept?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I can't see it happening.
And just for a reminder, next week we have Garen Angel, who is the owner of Magical Butter, will be joining us. That's going to be a very interesting conversation. He's been doing a blog and podcast thing for a little while as well that he does on YouTube, I believe. And they lost their channel too, didn't they, on YouTube? I believe they did.
I think so.
Yeah. So next week, tune in. We'll be having a conversation with Garen about a lot of things, I'm sure, not just Magical Butter. Right? Because he's pretty in tune to what's going on in California, right? You want to listen to some tunage, sir, for a little bit, buddy? What do you think? Marcel?
I have a hard time hearing you.
You're having a hard time hearing
like,
me?
Yeah.
Oh.
For me, it sounds like you're talking through a tunnel.
I'm talking from the side of the mic, that's why.
Oh.
Sorry. All right, so...
But I listened to the show, and the show sounds fine.
Yeah, I know.
I was concerned.
I know.
But
it's weird
it's just
that
me
way.
trying to hear you.
Yeah, well, you need to have an Allen hearing aid.
I need a what?
All right. Never mind. We're going to listen to some tunes. We'll be back. This is the 420 Radio Show. We're live at Ganjahnista 242 King Street East in Hamilton, Ontario. We'll be right back.
Man, have you been to Canadays yet? Canadays, Campbellford's premier cannabis culture shop at 19 Bridge Street West. They've got bongs, oil rigs, grinders, and papers. Everything you need for consumption. They've got seeds, soil, nutrients, and dome trays too. Everything you need for cultivation. Get top quality seeds from top suppliers like Canuck, Crop King, and wholesaler Nexus. Canadays. They've got all kinds of awesome cannabis novelties, clothing, and apparel. I know, right? It's a lot more than just a bong shop. Interested in gaining legal access? Canadays can help. They're a PACE information center. You know, people advocating cannabis education. Come by the shop and check it out. 19 Bridge Street West, Campbellford. Canadays. Have your say without saying a word. Canadays.ca.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
This is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Ooh.
Hang up and try again.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
And we are back, and I'm here with Kim Cooper and her clan.
The crew.
The clan.
He calls it a clan.
Clan.
I call it a crew. He calls it a clan.
Are you all related?
The CCK. Not the KKK, the CCK, the Canadian Cannabis Clan. There you go.
Actually, all of us except 2 people, the rest of us are part of THC, the Timmins Hemp Community.
Yes, you are. Yeah. So we were talking about the Karma Cup. So Buddy is still judging. If you're listening and you still need to do some judging, you might still be able to. I got to the point where I got everything. I got everything but the glass done, and that's it. I'm done.
That's it.
Between having to go through the book and the checking on the computer, and then those fucking edibles. And you want to know something? I had, for my own safety, I had to leave out some of the indicas this morning that were left because I couldn't.
You would have been asleep, right?
No,
all you have left
I get
is
panicky
indica.
because of that whole. I get ADHD, that whole switcheroo thing. I get panicies. You know, the panics. Do you ever get the panics from strains at all? What's your name? Carmen? Bob? Joe? Marcel?
You got so many people there. I was just wondering which one you were talking to.
Is Marcel there still?
Yeah, he's there.
I don't get panicky because I know ahead of time of what it is. But some really strong sativas can flare up a little bit of anxiety.
Yep. And that, that's
and I know the fix. I have the instant fix for that, so I don't worry
CBDs.
about it.
I have gotten down to, like, what I was doing was I try this strain, I try that strain. Oh. No. Where's my CBD pen? Straighten myself out.
I just throw on Pink Floyd and enjoy the ride.
Well, that's too, but I can't do the panicky, right? Because I get panicky and then I start thinking. I get stoned on Pink Floyd without being stoned, dude. Okay?
I used to when I was a kid. That doesn't happen for me anymore.
I can turn on Pink Floyd when I have nothing. And I'm like, yeah, man. That and Cat Stevens.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So anyways, the Karma Cup.
I still have a hard time putting those two in the same grouping.
It's a different genre. Yeah, it's a different genre, but they're both great.
Well, I don't mind Cat Stevens. I mean,
they're both
I listened to them years and years ago.
Yeah.
So Karma Cup.
Yeah.
We're all really quiet now because we're all. Are you guys still?
We did it.
Using,
we finished.
So you've used everything up.
We used it. We've tested it all. We got it done. I got it all done on time, actually. I was finished the actual judging of everything.
I saved all my
deadline.
bags.
So I'm really proud of myself for getting it done on the deadline. Now, getting it in and loaded online on time, that's another story.
So he got it done. So
yeah,
he
we
got
did
his
get
done.
We got it. We got it all uploaded finally, but yeah, it was late. It was not on time.
Everything that I still have because I didn't have to smoke at all. Like, I'm just I had some people go. Kelly and Michael came over. Puff Dog and Kelly came over and sat around for a couple hours. We went through a bunch.
And we have the same. We have a similar bag. We have a big mountain.
This is my meds for the month.
That's right. Longer than that. Longer than a month, I plan.
Because between I smoked all of the bud got smoked, all of it. But I smoke mostly myself on a normal. My pen, my Shatterizer, but I'm loving the nectar collector.
Yeah. That's nice. I
right?
like that
I
thing.
love the nectar collector.
Yeah, we have a similar pile at the Airbnb right now, and I brought what we called the dun bag, and I
Yep.
had a big Ziploc bag, and
Yep.
it was like, as soon as you're finished, you did a dab of whatever. Okay, rate it, put it in the dun bag. So that got dumped out yesterday because we were pretty much done all the samples except for maybe 6. So we dumped the dun bag, and it's like, okay, just go nuts, help yourself, and we've been sort of smoking on that since we got here. So it's really nice to be able to have that variety at the Airbnb. It's awesome.
I am. I one thing that I have really enjoyed is trying some of the new stuff that's available, like the diamonds and the diamonds and sauce and
Diamonds and sauce.
Now-
I gotta tell you, they got me hooked.
You remember
I
we were
love
talking
that stuff.
we were talking off air, and you guys were talking with Tracy Curley on Wednesday on Pace, and the question came up during a break was I was surprised there wasn't as many or any, I should say, of the patches. Do you have patches out there going into your cups and stuff, Marcel?
Yeah. People
No.
making those time-release patches.
Is anybody making patches out
Transdermal
there?
patches.
Nope.
No, because I think that that's something that's going to work very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Transdermal
I thought you were
patch is
I
a
thought you
great
were trying to
mechanism.
develop one. In Canada,
Bud Tanicles. Come here. Come here.
they're available in Canada because I haven't seen them anywhere.
Come.
No,
The young one knows.
The young one knows. We have a young one. My friend from Facebook, it's her daughter. We call her C because I can't say her name because I get tongue-tied. Okay, so say your name.
Hi, I'm Sanara.
Sanara. I mess it up every single time.
And I'm 22.
She's the young one. 22. Compared to us, 22 is the young one.
Even though I'm young, I've had a lot of body pain, so
Yeah.
CBD patches are one thing that I've tried. And smoke signals on Tyendinaga, the reserve, they have 2 different kinds of patches. I know Bud Tanicles is one kind, and I'm not entirely sure what the other one is called, but I tried them both.
And they work?
And the bigger one worked. It was a really good dosage. I could cut it in half also, and I had it on my lower back. I had it, the next day I had it on my legs, my thighs, and it worked great both times.
Or is it just for that area? Is it localized?
It's pretty localized, but it did help my back for sure. The only thing was that I kind of sweated off, so I had to tape it back on, which was the only problem. But other than that, it was great.
I know a lot of people that have issues with the glue and they're allergic to.
Yeah, glues are an issue.
The, what's it called? Not silicone.
Latex.
Latex.
Kelly's,
And that's we have it. We know how to do it. Our problem is we don't have the demand for it. And
surprised, and that's what.
And you know
that's
what?
why
But
brought it up. I was surprised.
I think if it was out there, we would have the demand for it. I think there's only no demand for it because people don't think it's possible or don't think it exists or can't be done or whatever.
My
I think if
mom's
it was
boss.
widely known out there, I think that it would be a huge demand because people are looking for ways that are convenient. And steady dose is so important for pain
My
control.
mom's boss, who's older, he doesn't smoke or anything. Because he believes he has a persona to upkeep. You know how some people are. But he actually came to us asking if we knew where we could get CBD patches.
Really?
Because he wanted something like that for his pain.
Yeah, well, they want to be able to ingest without smoking it because they think that if they don't smoke it, then they're going to stay away from the stigma of it. So they're looking for other ways. And I know that's the big thing on the market right now. Like, that's why fentanyl went so big because it's a transdermal patch. You've got a steady dose of the same medication all the time. It's released by your body temperature. So you put it on and you've got your meds for 3 days. You don't have to do anything. It's just time released into your body by your body temperature.
The CBD one I had
and the
was 8 to
transdermal
12
patches.
8 to 12 hours.
Yeah, so the transdermal patches will give you a steady dose of that medication for whatever given time it's rated for. So that's attractive instead of taking pills every 3 hours and getting the lows and the highs and the peaks and the valleys of pain. You know, you get the steady stream, so you're always even.
You can get that with edibles too.
Yeah, but a lot of people want it. There's a lot of peaks and valleys.
Yeah. I guess that's why.
That's why it's intriguing.
Have you ever used those, Marcel, or you had no need?
No need.
Yeah. The
you
transdermal is
don't get
good.
that kind of pain with MS, right?
Yeah.
I don't get any pain anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But that's why they've become so popular, the transdermal, because of the steady dose meds.
Okay. I get that, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's there. It's just there. And if you switch it at the right time,
Then
there's
you
not
don't.
going to be any.
That's right. No peaks and valleys.
Yeah. I know that one of the things for the longest time, because I didn't have a steady dose of medicine, was that when I'm feeling great one day and I feel like shit the next day. You know?
Yeah, getting it into you.
But I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. It depends,
Yeah.
but we're in it
Can
for
you
different
go
reasons.
a little when you're using one of those things? If you smoke a little bit too much, can it really is it really then too much?
I don't know.
No, because it's more of a body high. It's a
Okay.
regulated body high, and it's just a CBD
All right.
patch, right? So you
Fair
don't
enough.
really get much of the
Yeah, fair
psychoactive
enough.
thing.
That
from
can
it
trigger
every
some
day.
people. The CBDs can trigger some people too.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I guess you have to know your body and whether or not you're regulating CBDs properly. I would say
And
try
that's
or-
what this
try
nectar
it and
collector is
beware.
great, because you have a little bit of this, and that's a little too. Oh no, I'll just go right to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can see why this works in a judging capacity so well.
Yeah. And it's nice and
Yeah.
quick. You fire that torch up and it heats up fast. It works really well.
Imagine yourself a crackhead.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for joining us
Thanks.
and asking about that.
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals, Ganjahnista territory. There you go.
Yep.
you
Just down the road from everywhere else.
Yes. Into Ganjahnista.
So, the Karma Cup is tomorrow, like we talked about, and there's speakers and all kinds of stuff going on. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I got to get up real early in the morning.
Yeah.
What time are you guys going to be there? Did we even say what time we were going to be there?
I'm waiting for a message to tell me what time to be there.
I don't think that Al knows yet, because his wife is coming this time. For the first time, Al's wife is joining.
Gail will join us this time. It'll be nice to see Gail there. She rarely joins us on these. I think once I seen her at Lyft a few years ago. It was Lyft. Is that where she came? Was it 2 years ago? Maybe 3?
It
she
was
came
the first
to
one we did.
Yeah.
It was.
She
so
came
that
to
would have
one
been
at
3
Lyft,
years
I
ago.
think.
Yeah.
And that was the last time that Gail joined us, I think, at one of the events. So it's been a long time, so it'll be great to see her.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And Al, as usual, and Mary Jane will be there. And there's, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I wish I had a list of vendors right now. I'd talk about them all.
Yeah, there's going to be a shit ton. Well, pretty much, from what I understand, almost everybody that entered something in the cup is going to be there, as well as many more. And there's also entertainment this year. There's going to be a stage with entertainment going on. Yeah. So, yeah, interesting stuff for sure. Yeah, it should be a good day. So, Toronto and the Vapor Lounge experience, the Karma Cup experience.
Well, you've been doing that for 2 days.
We've been doing the 2-day Vapor Lounge tour now. And I brought some newbies. In Northern Ontario, we don't have Vapor Lounges. We don't have dispensaries. We had the
friends' houses.
Yeah, we have friends' houses, parties, and underground, and this and that and the other thing. We held our first ever 420 event there this year. So, I mean, there's not a hell of a lot going on in Northern Ontario. So we've got 5 people down here from the north that have never been to a dispensary and never seen a Vapor Lounge and never seen anything like Karma Cup before. And when they seen my cup kit, they're all like, okay, I have to come and I have to see this thing that you keep talking about. So they're all here. I'm going to grab one of them. Who's, give me one of my newbies. Fred? Or no, okay, Luke. Luke. Come here, Luke.
What? Yes, bud. I'm here.
Come here, Luke.
Yes.
So we have Luke here.
Hi, guys.
Say hi, Luke.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
So,
Luke.
Talk like
tell me. Okay, you're from Sudbury and you're currently residing in Timmins,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And we brought you to Toronto, and I told you all these great things about Toronto cannabis community, and you've been here touring for 2.5 days. What do you think?
So far, it's different from what I'm accustomed to because we don't have that anywhere near where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's something that's really nice to see, where every street corner has somewhere willing to help a patient out. Right? It's nice.
It is. It's very cool. Very different. I mean,
different.
What do you think would happen if, say, one of us tried to open up like a lounge like Paula's got going on here? What if we opened up this in the heart of Timmins? What do you think they'd do?
The city probably wouldn't like it too much, but there'd be a lot of people who would like it. So it'd be one of those: is the fight worth giving patients something that's worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And you're a patient, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newly patient, but been medicating for a long time.
Right.
So.
Right on. And you've enjoyed. How many vapor lounges have we been to? Do you think? Do you know?
1, 2, 3. 5 or 6.
Yeah. I think we're at 8.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I lost count somewhere.
There's been a few.
Oops.
Yeah, few dispensaries, few lounges. Variety. We went to a green market. Now, that was your first time at a green market.
Yeah, that was
How
an
was that?
experience. That was pretty cool. A lot of variety. It's nice to see a lot of vendors in the community.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
nice.
So
Lots of variety.
You haven't been to one of these green market thingies before?
Never. It was my first one.
On Mondays, they have them here.
Yeah.
Every Monday, they have a green market here called Canicade.
Yeah.
And there's at least a dozen vendors.
Yeah.
Every week. The Karma Cup is a festival atmosphere with some industry there, but it's geared to the user.
Yes.
As opposed to corporate.
Right.
Well,
There's really nothing corporate. I mean, there's lots of corporate, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere you go, but it's nice to see trying to pull away from it a little bit and be more for the people.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we're not finding caramel corn at Peace Naturals, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, caramel corn, that was awesome. And colored popcorn
Oh,
they
yeah.
had.
Oh, yeah. They had some
and all the different
truffles
fudge and truffles. And the market
Medibles.
had a lot of stuff.
Damn, medibles.
Little
Love
bottles of juice that you can add to water and flavor your bottle of water and stuff.
Yeah. It's
And
nice
it's all
that
medicated.
I was 2 years ago, Thompson Caribou was there, and they had their mocha chocolate, what do you call it?
Mochaccino?
No, it was a chocolate drink.
Oh, yeah, that hot
Okay.
chocolate.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's flavor shot.
Yeah.
And after having one of those and walking around for an hour, you're like, whoa.
You know where they were really good? You go to Timmy's and you just get a large coffee and you throw it in there, right?
Yeah. Medicated everything is the way to go.
I do that with my tea. I have a Keurig basket.
Yeah.
So I put a tea bag in there, whatever my choice is, and then
Yeah.
I just take a raw nug, a nice big nug in there, and I put it in there and close it and put it in my Keurig.
Yeah.
Instant cannabis tea.
Instant cannabis tea. There you go.
And it works wonders.
Goes
It's
with you
great.
everywhere.
And then you take the bud out and dry it out and use it in cooking process or whatever.
Yeah,
Save
whichever
it. You don't have to
yeah.
work waste it.
Yeah, well, no, you can always reuse it for butter or whatever you're using to, make your edibles or whatever the case.
We're gonna be making some butter later.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool
nice,
beans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool
Cool.
beans. Well, thanks, Luke.
Not a problem.
Yes.
Enjoy the
enjoyed
rest
it.
of the weekend, man, and
I am.
enjoy Karma. Your very first trip to Karma. Are you looking forward to that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You're gonna have a smile on your fucking face.
Oh, that's the
and
whole
when
point.
you leave, you're gonna be broke.
Yeah, everybody's planning
That's
on that.
usually the point of a vacation, right?
Yeah,
Have fun.
you're gonna be broker than usual.
Right, okay, guys. Have a good night.
And I think that we're going to wrap things up since it's a slow night. Everybody's kind of just...
Yeah, we're tired and we got to prep for Karma.
We have to do Karma Cup stuff tomorrow. Next week, like I said... You still there, Marcel?
Yeah.
Okay. Next week...
I'm here.
I'm waiting to confirm, but we're hoping that Garen Angel from Magical Butter will be joining us, as well as Mary Jane.
One sec.
And
I
all
want
right.
to do one. I
Okay.
want to do one more thing.
One
before
more
we go.
thing before we go.
I want to thank a longtime festival goer. This lady has attended the Karma Cup Festival with me for the last 3 years running. JJ is from Smooth Rock Falls, so she's the furthest one north Kapuskasing. JJ, you've never been to Hamilton. What do you think of the scene in Hamilton?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Way different than the north,
Oh,
right?
much. There's like 1,500 people where I live.
Yeah.
One grocery store, one corner store, one LCBO. That's it. There's no bars. There's nothing. There's no clubs. There's absolutely nothing.
So mail order.
Yes, pretty
Mail
much.
order.
Pretty
That's
much. The most excitement that we get is bears in the middle of town.
So you're enjoying the vacation so far and the vape tour?
Yes, very much so. I'm enjoying every single moment of it.
Awesome. And we hit a few new places that weren't here last time, right?
Yes, that's right. That's
so
right.
Brand new stuff for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
Quite impressed.
Different changes.
Very
it's
much
evolved
so.
over the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Cool. So you're looking forward to Karma?
Very much so. I can't wait to do all this testing.
Yeah.
Oh,
All the
it's gonna be
sampling at the
lovely.
booths,
Oh
right?
yes, it's gonna be lovely.
Awesome.
The booths are what I like too.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking with event goers like yourself and vendors and I'm sure that we'll shove a mic in Tracy's face again or
Yeah.
even Sarah's if we can find
Yeah,
her.
if we can find her.
Yeah. Sarah usually when she sees
She
us
hides.
coming,
She
walks
runs
the other
away.
way.
Yeah, she runs away. She's
It's
like, I'm out.
oh,
there they
there's
come.
Al.
I'm going the other way. Yeah.
And
All right.
thank you very much. It's
Thanks,
nice
JJ.
to see you again.
Same.
So, buddy, we'll cut it short.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
Go back to what we were doing and talk to you during the week.
All right, you have a fun one.
You too, buddy. This is the 420 Radio Show. We are live at Ganjahnista in Hamilton, Ontario, and we will be live on and off all day tomorrow. That's why we're cutting it short. So, party on, dude. Party on, man.
Peace, love, and hippie shit.
And I'm going to put some, something on. And, okay, bye-bye now.
Peace out.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.